After my last video, a bunch of people I know were like, I didn't know you've never seen Sleepless in Seattle. And I realized that that's partially because I'm really good about lying about having seen things that I never actually saw. I think the first time I had to do this was with that Britney Spears movie, Crossroads, which my mom wouldn't take me to the movie theater to see. Took me a really long time to get it from Blockbuster. I did a lot of lying about that movie. Granted, not that complicated. All you had to know was the songs, I guess. I don't really remember. But that was kind of the first time I had to do it. And I did it so much in high school. I've never seen Superbad. I've never seen Napoleon Dynamite. I've never seen Wedding Crashers. I've never seen Step Brothers or Knocked Up or 300. I didn't see Fight Club until like the end of high school. I remember when I watched Fight Club, I was like, oh, that's what everyone was referencing this whole time, and I had no idea. I didn't see The Notebook until the end of high school. It took me like a year to see the Lego movie, so I thought this might be helpful because it's Game of Thrones season, and Star Wars is coming back, and Ghostbusters. I haven't seen Ghostbusters since I was little. I don't remember most of what happened in that movie. So I'm just going to give you some tips about talking to people about movies or TV shows that you haven't seen, but you just want to pretend that you have seen it. So my main tip is just to agree with everything they say about it. Most of the time when people are talking about movies and stuff, they don't actually really care about your opinion. They just want you to agree with them. So when someone says something like, oh my god, this was my favorite scene. Yeah, man, me too. Such a good scene. Just laugh at what they say. If like they mention something, a reference that you just have no idea what that is, or, you know, from the tone of their voice, you can tell they're making a specific joke that you don't get, just giggle. People love to think that they're funny. Repeat quotes that other people have said to you from it. It's okay if you get them wrong. People love correcting other people. Or if it's like famous enough, you can just like start it and then other people will fill it in for you. If it's on TV, just watch it for like a second or two. I guess if you want to see the movie, you could watch the whole thing. But if you just don't want to see the movie, just like watch for a second. It'll help you get like the tone right. If you didn't know if a movie was like a comedy or like what was going on there, just like watch it for a second. It'll help you place sort of characters and important things. You can also watch little YouTube videos. For example, I've never seen Step Brothers, but I watched the Sweet Child of Mine video where they're all in the car singing like more than 5 times. It's a really funny video. And when people mention Step Brothers, I'm always like, oh yeah, that scene. But I've never seen any other scene in that movie ever. I'm actually so good at this that, like I said, I've never seen Napoleon Dynamite. And in middle school, my mom bought me a Napoleon Dynamite shirt for Christmas. I remember it was like pink and it had a picture of Napoleon. Is that? I don't even know. On it. And I don't even remember what he was saying. And she was like, ooh, it's ugly, but like I knew you liked that movie. And I was like, this is weird. And just to help you out in this quest, I'm just gonna let you know a little highlights of things that you might not have seen that people are just gonna assume that you have. So Fight Club, all you need to know, first rule of Fight Club, you don't talk about Fight Club. That's like 90% of the references people make to that. The Notebook, if you're a bird, I'm a bird. Letters, Ryan Gosling's really hot. Again, mostly people are just going to talk about Ryan Gosling being hot. Understandably so. Anchorman. If people want to talk about Anchorman, just be like, I'm Ron Burgundy. That's it. Just idiot white men being idiots. That's all you need to know about that movie. Oh, Lego movie. Everything is awesome. Yeah, I don't know what the like equivalent is for high schoolers now. It might be this. Great book. You should read it. I'm not going to recommend anyone watches Superbad, but read this. But if you're not going to read it, all you need to know is like, okay, cancer, sad, love story, teenagers. Any sort of DC property, any Batman-y thing, just know that the TV shows are happy and the movies are sad. Marvel, just know Captain America's hot, Iron Man's hot, everybody's hot. If you're talking to girls, you could just talk about how hot everyone is. That's like 90% of what I want to talk about. Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones, all you have to know, I swear, which is all I knew before I watched it, fire cannot kill a dragon. Just say that. If you need another line, winter is coming. One more, a Lannister always pays his debts. That's it. 3 sentences. Follow those tips, and no one will know that you don't watch Game of Thrones, unless you want to be one of those people who's like, oh, I don't watch television, I read books.